Good morning everyone, how's it going? So this is now day 58 of the trip, so that is almost 2 months on the road. Wow! And also this is the first day I've had to wear my fleece in the morning. Most days I've just been able to get out of my tent with a t-shirt on and it's been fine, but today I think it's about 12 or 13 degrees. It's going to warm up to about 23 degrees later on. Today I've got 100 kilometres to cycle and I'm going to a place called Dillingen, if I actually make it there, but yeah, about 100 kilometres is what I've got in mind. I thought I'd just give you a quick look around what the remains of my camp, because I'm halfway between packing up, and show you what's what. So the bicycle, I have put an extra bit of oil on the chain and partially loaded the panniers on there. That's the GoPro casing for this. The sound doesn't work if you have that casing. This is my early morning coffee. So what I do, don't know if you can see that, so what I do is I use half the milk with some oats and I use the other half and I put some coffee and sugar in there, shake it up, and it's a cold cappuccino. It's very nice in the morning. And there's a tent waiting to be packed away. So I'm also toying with the idea of doing like a time lapse, putting the tent up or taking it down, but not today, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, I'll give you some videos from the road now. Thanks for watching, see you in a bit, cheers. Onto the Danube Trail again, and it was straight onto the sealed path. Now, to a certain extent, I've been slightly disappointed with Germany compared to Austria on the Donaueradweg, or the Danube Trail, whatever you want to call it. The signpost in Austria was very clear, very precise. And in Germany, that's not the case. And in a way, that kind of goes against your stereotypes of what Germany or German should be about. You would think it would be very precisely signposted and very accurate. But it's quite a lot of vague areas, and every now and again I sort of go off the track and then I find it again a few kilometres down the trail. And to a certain extent it's starting to get to the point where I wonder if I should follow the trail anymore, or if I should just follow the shortest route which I can find and just get on with it. But the thing is, when you get nice little sections like this, it's a real pleasure riding on the trail because you're well away from the traffic, everything's nice and quiet, and you're kind of surrounded by, you know, just nature and clean air, and, you know, that's the bit you want. So, you know, I don't really want to go in a straight line, you know, with heavy traffic. What's the point when you can do this? It's just slightly irritating that I'm wasting a bit of time trying to double check my way and make sure I'm en route. Anyway, that's my little whinge for the day. So I'll stop whinging now and talk about something else. Let's talk about the little villages I'm going through and I don't know, in the churches that I pass by and things like that. That's what I should do, shouldn't I? Because this is lovely. Everything's very pristine. If you have a look, there's no graffiti, there's no rubbish. It's going to come as a shock to me when I get back to Athens, I think. See, some of the street art in Athens is very nice, but some of the graffiti is just like pointless. And none of that's here. That's not to say that Germany doesn't have graffiti, because it definitely does, and I've seen graffiti, but not in the small villages. People just take pride in where they live. And I think in Athens, do people take pride in living in Athens? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is a good example of a signpost which is completely over the top. So before I couldn't find a sign to point the way, and this one has got more information on it than I can possibly use. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Anyway, so it was getting near to midday, so I'm looking for somewhere to start to take a break. And then I found somewhere, which I'm going to talk about imminently. It's just gone 12 o'clock and I thought I'd take a break. And I found this very nice resting place. Now, I'm not a religious person at all, but it's quite a nice place to have this, I think. Oh, what have we got over here? Let's check this out. We're turning into a slug cam. Is that one of the biggest slugs you've ever seen, or what? Not going very fast, is he? Anyway, enough of the nature watching. So I have about, what now, 60 kilometres, 70 kilometres to go. And it's going pretty well actually. It's a nice pleasant day, temperature's perfect, it's about 23 degrees. There's no wind to speak of, and yeah, it's just a very nice day cycling. Speak to you in a bit. I should really try and find a way to do some more wildlife shots, But to be fair, there's not been that much wildlife to take shots of. Although that said, on the last couple of days I've seen some deer, seen some rabbits, and in the campsite I was in there was also a few mice there as well, which were cute. Well, except mice are cute unless they eat their way into your tent, which happened to me in New Zealand. So this was on my first bicycle tour, so I camped for the night and I had half a loaf of bread wrapped up and I left it in my tent. And at night I could hear some rustling, but I was kind of tired and I thought it was outside. And when I woke up in the morning, a mouse had eaten its way through my tent and sort of burrowed its way into my bread, which was a little bit annoying because I liked my bread and my honey in the morning. So I just kind of cut away the whole bits and then had the rest of the bread because, waste not, want not and all that. Back to this video anyway. So this castle, I have no idea what it was. I think it's definitely a real one rather than some weird fake thing. If you know what it is, it's a castle somewhere in Germany. Please leave a comment below and then I can become educated, can't I? As somebody educated me the other day when they told me what a reverse mermaid was called. Although the thought of it or the memory or the word has slipped out of my mind because I can't remember what it is now. Anyway, I can always look back on the comments. And you can look back on the comments as well to all the YouTube videos I've made on this Greece to England cycle ride. Wouldn't that be fun? Some crazy people are even binge watching them. I mean, I don't think it's up to Game of Thrones standard, but, hats off to people that want to binge watch the vlogs. I mean, obviously, if you like it, you want to subscribe to the channel as well, and then you get regular updates, don't you? Yeah, I'm selling the channel now. Probably just filling a little bit of time towards the end of the video. Yeah, that's probably what I'm doing.
Hi there, so it's the end of another day's ride, and as you can see I'm staying in a guest house. It's a little bit more expensive than I would like to have paid, and it's not up to my usual high standards, but it's okay. I did over 100 kilometres today. I saw this guest house and I thought, yeah, I'm going to stay here, so I did. And is there anything else to say? No, I think I'm more or less back on schedule again, so should be getting back to England for around the 19th of July. And I've got an added incentive because if I get there early enough I can see my brother before he goes on holiday, which may be the last time I get to see him this year. So I need to start putting on some kilometres quite seriously. Anyway, I'm going to create this vlog for you guys and get some sleep, and tomorrow's a new day. Catch you later. Cheers for now.